There is a box. Inside the box, one atom. The atom either decays in the next minute, or it doesn't. The atom is connected to a device. The device is calibrated to act on the box's only occupant. There is a lever on the outside. Most physicists will not push the lever. Hugh Everett would have pushed it. Every morning, before coffee. Welcome back. Today we are talking about the experiment. Quick recap. In 1957, Hugh Everett III submitted a Princeton dissertation that said quantum measurement does not collapse the wave function. It branches. The wave function does not collapse. Reality forks. Every quantum event splits the universe into all possible outcomes. We covered this in the quantum immortality video, if you have not watched it. Pause. Watch it. Come back. We will wait. Now, Everett looked at his own theory, and he noticed something. If every event branches the universe, that includes events that end you. In one branch, you are gone. In the other branch, you are not. The dead branch has no point of view. There is no you in it. Only the alive branch contains an experiencer. So the only stream of experience that continues is the one where you survive. This is quantum immortality. The thought experiment that turns it into a real procedure is the experiment. Hans Moravec, 1987. Roboticist at Carnegie Mellon, wrote about the experiment in passing, as if it were obvious. Bruno Marchal, 1988. Belgian logician, independently arrived at the same idea from computational philosophy. 1 year apart. 2 people. Same gun. Max Tegmark, 1998. MIT. He gave it the textbook setup, the version most physicists know. 1 atom, 1 detector, 1 gun, 1 you, Tegmark said publicly. He would run a version of it, but only when he was very old, with no dependence, and a very clean apparatus. He has not run it. Then he walked it back. Tegmark now says experimenters should expect normal probability of survival. That is the Born rule talking? We will get to it. Okay, let's actually do the experiment. Hypothetically, strictly hypothetically, please do not write in. Inside the box, 1 radioactive atom. Half-life calibrated, so it has exactly 50% chance of decaying in the next minute. If it decays, the detector clicks. The detector signals the device completes its run. If it doesn't decay, nothing happens. You wait 1 minute, press the lever again. Each press is a fork. Each fork is a quantum measurement. After 50 presses, you are alive in roughly 1 in a quadrillion branches. Everywhere else, you are a sentence in a police report. But from the inside, you do not notice the dead branches. They have no experiencer. You only ever wake up alive. So from your seat, the gun is broken. Outside the box, your friend watches the device complete at 50-50 odds. Inside the box, you keep waking up. Same instant. 2 stories. So why won't most physicists push the lever? Branches are real in many worlds. But branches are not equal. Each branch has a weight. The weight is the probability you'd predict for that outcome with normal quantum mechanics. Sean Carroll worked it out in 2019. The probability you find yourself in the surviving branch is not 1. It is the same probability you'd predict from regular quantum mechanics. Vanishingly small. David Deutsch, the loudest advocate for many worlds, agrees. This thought experiment does not follow from quantum theory. To get immortality, you have to add a separate rule that says, ignore the dead branches. That extra rule is the entire trick. There is a more devastating version of this objection. The experiment cannot tell you the answer. From inside any universe where you survive, your memory is identical to a person who got lucky. Time for popular culture, briefly. Everything Everywhere All at Once cites many worlds in interviews. Verse jumping is an emotional metaphor for branch hopping. It is not the physics. The physics has no hot dog fingers. Rick and Morty's C-137 is closer. Rick survives by leaving each universe right before it kills him. That is the experiment with a portal gun. Okay, pump the brakes. Honesty time. This thought experiment is, at best, a measure zero argument. It says a vanishingly thin tail of the wave function contains a survivor. That is not the same as living forever. That is winning a lottery so improbable that nobody else in the universe is allowed to win it. Real world, the experiment is also impossible to set up cleanly. Death is not usually a clean quantum event. Aging, disease, accidents, none of these give you a clean superposition to ride. The atom in the box is a fantasy. And the asymmetry in the experiment is also the asymmetry of every selection effect that has ever happened. The anthropic principle in a tuxedo. You only ever wake up in a universe that lets you wake up. Hugh Everett left us in 1982. Heart, age 51. From his own perspective, allegedly, he didn't. His daughter once said her father lived in a strange universe. Maybe his actually was. So, should you push the lever? No. The math says no. The community of physicists says no. The man who built the multiverse says no. But every version of you that could not continue isn't here to argue. The version that could is. That isn't immortality. That's selection bias with a louder soundtrack. The atom decays. Or it doesn't. Either way, somebody walks out of the room. You just don't get to know which one is you. Until afterward. And afterward never comes.